Lots of privilege and love to introduce my fellow friend and comrade, Faustina, who is an aspiring artivist currently exploring the mediums of printmaking, digital illustration, and writing as a way to shift culture towards liberation for all and healing generational traumas. They were born and raised on Ohlone land, Oakland, to Cantonese, Vietnamese, Hakka parents, and will forever serve the Oakland, SF, and working class cutie BIPOC communities that raised them.
Thank you, beautiful Lazuli. I'll be reading The Home of Our Ancestors' Dreams. This Lunar New Year, not many of my cousins showed up bright in the morning at my uncle's house for our usual temple hopping outing. As I've gotten older, I've also noticed my family growing older. More gray hairs flow in between the strands of black in my auntie's locks, my uncle's back standing a little more hunched than before, my pawpaw not remembering who I am anymore. The smell of bantek waves through the air, and my auntie offers me a piece. It's a condolence to my missing cousins and my Asian family as I take a bite of the sizzling sticky rice cake with a savory mung bean and fatty pork filling, enveloped with a faint scent of banana leaf. No matter how things are with my family, their food always consoles me. I find that during the times I spend with my family, it's often a time of reflection, because I don't tend to speak to them about anything with substance, even though we share space. This year, as we go through the usual routine of stopping by the 3 Vietnamese temples we frequent in Sacramento almost every year, I take special note of the names and try my best to ingrain the image of the temples in my memory. The first temple, with many altars scattered around the yard and indoors, with each altar representing a different intention to pray for. That's the temple with the Lai Yu soy milk and the koi fish pond and the lion dancers. The second temple with the outdoor altar that always has the biggest incense I've ever seen, along with a stage outside where elders sing karaoke and dance as we all share vegetarian temple food. The third temple with beautiful, intricate, traditional clothing inside and the small dogs and chickens that we spot across the yard. Will someone continue to upkeep these temples as we grow older? Will my cousins and I still make the trip from Oakland to Sacramento or San Jose every year to pay our tributes to the ancestors, the Buddhist figurines, and pray for a good year when we get older? Or will this part of our culture and tradition become a distant memory? How can our ancestors and our history live on when our parents eventually pass? What if we're the generation that loses our stories? This Lunar New Year, something new also happened. I was invited to 2 friends' homes for their Lunar New Year gatherings. I didn't know what to expect, but unknowingly, I found hope for the future at these gatherings. Lovely Jul's home was beautiful, decorated with anti-imperialism posters, zines of youth resistance, and spiritual trinkets. Our hands clapped with a beat of togetherness while we practiced Isam Baksak, lit incense brought from my home to set intentions for the year of the snake, and ate a potluck of food that everyone brought together to ring in the new year. At Sweet Natalie's home, I learned this year is the year of the yin wood snake. Yum is the Chinese word for shadow energy, and the wood snake symbolizes transformation. We learned that the yin wood snake for liberation could mean a period of building community, sowing seeds, and strengthening roots. We learned that a year with yang energy would be a good year for fierce action. I've never heard the Chinese zodiac interpreted in this way before, but I love it. Is this a new thing, or are we restoring something we lost along the way? I hope we are making some of the forgotten ancestors in our lineage proud, honoring them in a way they only dared to dream about their descendants doing before, and bringing their lost memories home. Jules, Natalie, and everyone from Queer Lunar New Year remind me that the future doesn't have to be lonely. The future doesn't have to be blind obedience to rules and customs that supposedly define us as a people. The future doesn't have to be anti-Black or anti-Indigenous or transphobic. The future can hold liberation for all. The future can be shaped by each of us because we are the carriers of knowledge from our lineage. We can make our own home, borrowing some old traditions and bringing in some new. We can follow our ancestors' resistance and also learn from their mistakes. We're gonna be okay, especially when we have each other. Thank you.